got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. It'll be Portland off the tip. Inside, here's Ayton. Basket counts. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Murray, good.
And Murray getting it going on the inside that time. Around the trees, still scored.
Amare misses. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Allen. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And stolen by Simon.
Just doing it all himself. I love how opportunistic Simons is once he grabs steals.
And when you're a knockdown shooter like you are, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul. Pass to Gordon. Here's Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And a deep three from Murray. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. He's touched by Ayton.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Goes up from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it.
Well, Murray just pulling right up on the defense. Great at shooting off the dribble.
That bucket in no time at all. Simons has got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Murray for 3. And the 3-ball is good. 7 points in the game.
You got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. And again, it's Portland converting. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
Here's Brown. Over to the left wing. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, Jokic attacking the rim and brings it down hard.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Gordon. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, we've got great athletes in the league, but Aaron Gordon, he might be one of those guys on another level.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. Everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And that's a staple move from Aaron Gordon.
Portland again missing. Denver leading by 6. Out to the wing. Murray outside. Columbia with the rebound. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Thybulle. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Watson. Murray right side. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And so here's Denver. 6-point lead. And it's Jokic in the corner. Murray outside. Into the
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nuggets lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 8. It's the biggest of the game. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets, number 22.
Here's Westbrook. That's tipped.
And at 7'2", Clingan is a huge shot-blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
And while we've got him over, let's send it over to our terrific reporters, David Olman. David?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Porter count it from 12. Porter's got his first basket.
And Porter with good focus just to find some room in the mid-range.
Left side Westbrook. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here.
Second team foul. Checking in the game for your
And Denver has possession. 9-point game. Outside Porter. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Watson's shot is off. Blazers on offense. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special. The Blazers were right there.
Blazers substitution. Number 35. Robert Williams III.
Denver leading by 11. Here's Brown. And Clingan pulls it down. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that one, good.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Westbrook. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Trailblazers trailed by 10.
Hey, yo, right here.
Takes it from 10. Outside Williams. Here's Ayton. And Westbrook pulls it down. Denver with the ball. Outside Porter. Pass to Saric. Outside Westbrook. And a wide open look for Porter. Rebound by Williams.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Denver making a switch here. Here's Henderson. A 3-ball. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Henderson's got 6 points.
Part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
And there's the drive. Brown's shot is off. And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
Grant goes in.
Grant's always looking for those seams, so when he finds one, he'll rip right into it, like his aggressiveness there.
He takes it in. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one again.
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Blazers substitution. DeAndre.
1:56 left in the first half. The shot. Jokic with the steal. Murray with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. Denver passing it around. And it's Jamal Murray with the 3. 12 points for him.
Murray can score without dominating the ball. That time off the catch and shoot.
Portland again missing.
Tough to hit that shot when the lead is all over you like that.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the floor.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play. Here's Watson. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
And stolen by Murray. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Lobbed up there for Westbrook.
Because
Stolen
he
by
wanted the animation, but that would have been
Westbrook. Here come the Trailblazers. And Ayton throws it down.
What a finish by Ayton, using those long arms to snatch that pass up high.
Down low. A slam by Jokic.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And the basket by Kamare.
And they've repeatedly pushed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
For 3, Westbrook hits the 3-point bomb. Westbrook's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
Really nothing distracting Russell Westbrook right now. He's got that shooting window wide open.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Porter. Rebounded by Kamare. Trailblazers trailed by 9. The shot's good from Simons.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability for him.
Right side Gordon. Porter in the corner. 1 second left. Takes it inside.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
The Nuggets leading by 11.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Murray surveying the D. Lets the three fly. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Avdia with it for Murray. And it's blocked by Gordon.
What a swat by Aaron Gordon.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Here's Porter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's the drive. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, man, this guy is one of the premier dunkers in the league. At full speed, he's unstoppable.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to talk to his guys. Right side, Simons. And he drops in the layup on the glass. Simons has got 13 points.
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number the way he's got it going.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Trailblazers trailed by 9. Pass to Ayton. And it's good for 2.
He made that?
8 points for him.
The defense gets physical, but Ayton doesn't seem to get knocked off of balance. That helps him to keep the focus.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA.
Kevin, the Blazers are in a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's going to be a versatile scorer. And now we're seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
To the middle, and he lays it straight in. Kamare's got his second bucket.
Worked that one inside nicely.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Pass to Jordan. The Nuggets moving the ball around. From 17 feet out. And again, it's Denver. And Portland has possession from the baseline. Second shot opportunity. And it's sharp missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Jordan. Pass to Strother. Another shot. Rebounded by Kamare.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Here's Avdia. And the jam by Avdia.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And so here's Denver. Here's Murray. Missed inside. Trailblazers trailed by 7. And stolen by Murray. That one drops for him. Murray's got 14 points.
You see this time to time for Murray when he's locked in. He's
Oh my God! Hey, that was tough as hell. What the fuck? Hell no, I had to cook that bitch myself. Fuck.
By 7. Outside Gordon. Gordon hit the dunk.
And you can see Aaron Gordon just lights up when he has chances like that to throw it down.
Here's Henderson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
A nice shot by Brown.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but
I got you. Stay tall.
Henderson.
We got
Punches a
up
3.
there.
Henderson with another miss. The shot game clock separated by 4.
See that. That's how we like
Clingan with the steal.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
On the wing, Porter. For 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 7.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning with wind.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Fell through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Denver on top, up by 10. And Puga going after. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Westbrook. And Clingan pulls it down. Trailblazers trailed by 10. Here's Grant. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
He started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all.
Well, he's just fearless and unafraid to go up into the traffic of the defense.
All tough shots
right to the bucket, and a well-deserved trip to the line.
Deep 2 for Murray. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Hey.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Portland. Down by 12. And it's on a bounce. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Trailblazers leading a switch here. Here's Rupert. And Westbrook pulls it down. Here's Watson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
And I like
Hey, you must play basketball in real life.
Looking to protect the rim at all.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, most kids your age don't play smart like you playing. Like, they just be doing dumb shit. Throwing up crazy ass shot. Like, you actually playing real basketball.
Here's Henderson. It's deflected. Left side, Porter. And they cash in right away with a good shot. And the Nuggets lead by 15. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
they made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Here's Williams. And that one
Oh my!
for him.
What?
The assist.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Murray outside.
Ah, yeah, I'm too
Pass
close.
to Brown. Outside for Murray. 5 on the clock. Good chance here for Porter.
Oh, really?
Nice
Come
right
on.
there to create
You
the
gotta
shot,
kill
but
that.
it's no good.
That shit
Trailblazers
crazy.
trailed by 13. Williams
No, don't
inside.
reach.
Out to Henderson. Floats one. And it's blocked.
Come on. Oh, I leave him.
A nice
I
shot
try to
by
play that
Klingon.
steal.
Timeout call.
Good take, boy.
Nuggets. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Yo,
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what
I'm gonna
David
show.
Allen
Man,
went
getting on the
over
phone with
his
all
team.
that.
The coach told his team, we're up. Take care
That's
of the
it,
ball,
bro.
don't
Screaming
give them
right
the
now.
game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys,
You hear me?
Okay, David, thanks.
What? That streaming?
Yeah, I was thinking. Now I'm gonna show you them. I'm in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes. As soon as it's over, I'll show it to you.
And the Nuggets lead
You
by
up?
13.
Yeah, 6-2-49.
Such a sweet touch there from Jokic.
You on that?
It's 8 and missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Kamara. Teardrop shot. Jokic grabs the miss. Denver leading by 15. Here's Murray. Driving to the basket. It's tipped. Outside, Avdia. And it's finished off by Avdia.
Not at all a bad passer for a center. Ayton with the feed.
Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jamal Murray.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
And it's in there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Deep two from Murray. Wide open look. Again, the Nuggets score.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Jokic throws it down.
And Murray with an instinctual play there. He has that ability. You can see the play. It evolves. and he makes a quick decision.
Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Nuggets. Pass to Porter. Driving inside. And then Porter with the jam.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Look, hold on. Hey, GG's, bro.
Taking care of business in this game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge,
Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Lays it up and banks it in. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Jrue Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Appreciate the report, Allie. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Lou Dort picks one. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive. Both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Outside, Brown. Inside. Pass to Porzingis. Brown inside. Rejected by Holmgren.
Can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
From down in the low post, it goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. 2 points.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Tatum from long range. He drops it from range. Tatum's got 5 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Dort. Williams on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. From deep, Holmgren. They get the rebound.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
At the line for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein, taking 2 shots.
And so Hartenstein nails both of them. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Left side, Holiday. Here's Tatum. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
So both teams changing it up here. Celtics trail by 4. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker. Such a risky pass. Hopefully he thinks twice about attempting that again.
Here's Holiday. It's tipped.
Dort making his impact, and that's the end we expected from him defensively.
Pass to Wallace. Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass on a layup. Williams has gotten his second bucket.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
And there it is for him.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Pass to Holmgren. Launches it. Boston with a rebound. Here's Brown. And the shot's good. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Back to Hartenstein. The shot no good. Great D that time from Porzingis. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Brown. Going inside. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
There's the attacking, aggressive style that Brown brings onto the floor. Give him a lane to the hoop, and he'll take it.
Back to Hartenstein. And stolen by Porzingis. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Boston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Tatum with it. Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
18.
And so it... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out, Brian.
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the high post. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. The kick out to Wiggins. And here's Caruso outside. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics lead by 6. Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston on offense. Here's Holiday. Nice move. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trail by 4. Caruso with the bucket.
The plan working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's White. And he drives in. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Tatum. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Here's Dort. Boston with a rebound.
He may not be the strongest inside presence, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Here's Brown. Oh, look out! JB throwing it down.
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
And he's able to get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Boston leading by 6. Outside, Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And here's Holiday. Outside, Brown. Here's Brown on the drive. And Brown with the stuff.
And the defense didn't even see Brown coming, driving in hard and making a statement.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
Pass to Dort. Nice D from Brown. Celtics lead by 8. And here's White. Back to Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Holiday from long range. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Tatum. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. That's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Here's Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Williams with the screen. Pass to Dort. Now here's Hartenstein. Over Holiday. Hartenstein, no good. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball. For the Celtics. Here's White.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Durant, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Now here's Harden. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Pass to KD. Takes the three. The rebound by Harden. Nobody near Leonard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Always a threat from range. Give Kawhi those looks. It's at your own risk.
And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
Clippers moving the ball around. Harden's shot is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check flag.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Durant just inside the line. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
Here's Harden. And he uses the glass on the lane. Harden's got his second bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Beal with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. Durant for three. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Our defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Back to Durant. Outside, Beal. Just time on the clock. Here's Booker. And the Suns take on 2 more.
Yeah, there's no stress in Devin Booker's game. Shot clock winding down. He gets it.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. 1:56 left here in the first quarter. Harden inside the three-point line. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 6 points.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Can we say he wanted it more?
Booker outside. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Harden can't hit. Phoenix leading by 7. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Pass to Booker. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 4. And here's KD for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Harden's shot is good.
There's so many things that make Harden a dangerous offensive player, but that three-point shot is tops on the list.
Shot's good by Booker.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Jones from outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights.
It ain't no way they called that shit out of bounds, bro. They were trolling on that one for me.
The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Phoenix.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And they double up Simmons. Dunn looking over the floor. Batum, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get out the shot. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love to see Zubac attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
Pass to Jones. Pulls it from 20. No good off the front iron. Clippers trail by 4. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is why you must get Simmons out of the paint. So fantastic when it comes to finishing above the rim.
Looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on that 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now here's Simmons. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Outside Batum. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Batum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Beal. And just miss after miss right now. And here are the Clippers now. outside, Simmons. Higher, no one around him. Stolen by O'Neal. To the inside. Here is Plumlee. He has yet to score. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Here's Harden on the wing. 13 points in the game. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For three, Durant. They get it back. A second chance effort. Durant going to work inside.
Such a difficult defensive matchup as KD is impossible to guard around the basket.
Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's the three. Sinks the triple. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9. KD on the wing. With the fadeaway. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Here's the Clippers. And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That's his first foul. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Leonard, that's for 2. Doesn't go that time. And here are the Suns now. Plumlee in the post. On the wing, Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. And Jones sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for your Suns. Nick Richards. Bradley Beal.
Now the Clippers with it. Pass to Harden. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
Jones. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Booker with it. Over. The buzzer beater.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with a wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
They don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Now, here's Bogdanović. Hasn't made one yet. And counted from 19 feet away. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Well, he's an accurate shooter and has some great confidence. Bogdanović with the beauty.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And finished off by Hield.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Leonard. 5 points in the game.
Kawhi, such a threat from the mid-range. As soon as he gets to that area, it's all systems go.
Pass to Richards. Outside for Durant. Three-pointer. Durant cleans it from distance. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Kicks it out to Jones. The rebound by Richard.
That's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And it's done in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Suns getting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
Oh, and what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. So we'll see Bogdan Bogdanović go to the free throw line here. Bradley Beal picks one up. And that one misses. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player. I am the system."
I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer, elite passer. The offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Takes it out to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
Back to Harden. Tries the spin move. Pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Richard. Suns lead by 5. Right side Durant. Kicks it out to Booker. Shoots a fader. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. With it, he's picked up by KD. A 3 from Leonard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Leonard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the 3rd. A kick out to O'Neal. And the Suns miss again. And here is Los Angeles now. Trailing by 2. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
Here's Harden. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got 12 points here in the second half.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from him.
Harden draws the double. Here's Dunn. A three-pointer off the mark. The Suns leading. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, pull out your dictionary, look up the term pure scorer. You might see a picture of one Kevin Durant.
4 seconds left. It's laid in by Harden. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's the Suns with the ball. They lead by 1. And so they foul intentionally.
First team. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's Dunn in the corner.
James Harden.
Booker looking around. Over Bogdanovich. Booker's shot is good.
I'll tell you, Booker just so slick in there.
On the wing, Harden. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here is Zubac. And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old schools generally.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Here's Plumlee, and it's scanned in by Plumlee.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Kawhi taking no chances.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Plumlee, no luck. The Clippers trail. Harden outside. Harden with the stop.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes if they've had some clean looks. If the three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Shot clock at 5. Back to Booker. You know, Devin Booker.
Dangerous at all times from range. Booker shoots threes at will.
To the paint. Here's Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Booker outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And just lethal as a scorer from all over the floor. Mid-range is in the range for Devin Booker.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. as they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Here's Cody. And then Durant with the jam.
Despite his outward demeanor, Durant plays with so much passion, takes the hit, still able to convert.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range to a lucky. The guy who doesn't cost him.
Clippers trail by 5. And it's Simmons penetrating. Misses from short range. And here's the fast break. It's tipped.
Now, you don't see a lot of shot blocks from Bogdanovich, but he is big enough to get it down the field.
Count that one.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards it. Sweet play.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Back to Booker. Outside for KD. Off target from outside. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's Simmons. And that's good off the glass. Now just a 1-point Suns lead.
And that's Simmons at his best. So good at navigating the open floor.
Pass to Dunn. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Back to KD. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Down low. Here's Simmons. The rebound by Richards.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really won. He's got one more, though.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. 104 left to play here in the 4th. And they double up Simmons. Jones from outside. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
I've seen that there. A huge possession. And he nets it.
Outside Durant.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
One of the best closers in our game, James Harden, coming up big. And you talk about coming through at the most crucial moment. What a job, Thomas.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Outside, KD. Laces one from 3.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Durant in the lane. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Ben Simmons.
Huge free throws. Bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2. Harden hits them both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And it's the Suns with the ball. Here's KD. No good. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. It's Beal on the wing. To the middle. Richards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First team. Nice work to get it inside. And
he's off on the first.
Richards taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
Good trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
There's an open man. You can make sure that James Harden will find it.
Here's Booker. Pass to KD. Puts it out to Booker. A 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harden looking it over. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Jones for 3. Rebound by the Suns.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, teammates should pay on those nearly every time.
Terrific work from Durant that time, able to use his length and his frame to get the contact.
Durant nails both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
To the inside.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
Pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Screen by Zubac. Free throw line jump shot. Tries again. Harden outside. Fires for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 30 points.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams are locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And the rejection by Leonard. Pass to Jones. Now Zubac. Here's Bogdanovich for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Bogdanovich showing how much he believes in himself right now.
An aggressive move and fantastic
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Down low. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
It's Durant on the wing. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Here is Bogdanovich. Swing by Simmons to the paint. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Jones Jr. 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Here's Booker. Outside, Beal. There's the triple. Pass to KD. Fires from deep. That one, no good. Simmons inside the line. So the Clippers with the win.
Hey, GG's, dog. That was a good-ass game. Boy, that was a good-ass game.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that
I
this
get that
one would be that
cool.
close down the wire. But give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime. And this win has to feel satisfying.
That was a real
Thank you for
basketball.
joining us. That'll do it for now.
I'm not gonna lie.
So for
That
David
was just
Aldridge.
lit all-around basketball. You can't even get mad, dude. I shot 9 for no. He shot 9 for 23 from the 3. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, I shot 60-50 for 9 15 for free. I gotta clip that, bro. I don't. Some gotta get deleted, Joe. Give me the full hour. Go to storage. I don't give a fuck what gets deleted. Some gotta go. Cause nigga, what?
On the news that a firefighter was shot at the scene of a car accident.
I wasn't in a car accident, but they report that she is a 6-year veteran.
She had a gun on
I need that some. Shit gotta go.
They were responding to a fender when the shooting started. See it?
Alright, there we go. We gotta actually sit down and edit that video. Like, that's some real good basketball right there. Much alright, W for sure.
I don't understand. Who want to shoot at firefighters?
And now I'm going with my boys now because I know I can use them by now. I can't use my boys yet. That about a bitch for real. I don't want to use nobody else for real though. I guess the Spurs no. Go to state, yeah. Hey, chat. To the two people that's in here, I know y'all seen how crazy that game was, bro. That shit was, boy, that was a good ass game. No head. That's one of them ones that, ooh, if you lose, you okay with it. You not, but it's like, it's a respectable loss. It's like, damn, motherfucker just was hooping, like, because on me, bro, was just hooping. That's back-to-back people I done played who'd have been actually not slow. I don't know, you feel me? I like it, though. Good ass games.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline.
What I say,
tip-off goes to Minnesota. Outside Edwards. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now, here's Butler. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Here's Green. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
These kinds of buckets are what get Green. Hyped up. He takes a lot of pride and pleasure in cooking the defense.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time defensive player of the year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Devin?
Thank you, David. And you see, don't you, Clark, this steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there. If he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far,
give me about 3 more shots.
He's going to be MVP caliber.
Give me that shit.
I dare say, perhaps the face of
about
the
3 more shots. That's how it's going to be.
years to come.
Breaks since reaching 5 consecutive NBA finals. Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team. But Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when you come.
McDaniels with the bounce pass. To Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
With his size, Gobert can make this look really easy. It's almost unfair.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to McDaniels. And there's the try. That one misses. Great tee that time from Green. Here's the break. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Why that man ain't put the ball on the ground when he did that move? Oh, that's going on TikTok. Why did he feel like he didn't have to dribble to do a side step?
In the first quarter.
Oh.
Randall outside. Here's Knox.
Ain't even happy. I didn't want it to. I could have just got that home.
And that's almost automatic.
I just like the Euro.
Get the ball in that position.
That's it. Run still.
And their
I'll probably put
offense
it
is
down.
really clicking right
See
now.
They gonna respect it. one thing they're going to have to, Draymond, they're going to have to respect it, fool. They just sitting out there, oh, that's Draymond, fool. Stop. This championship Draymond. Back then, when he was actually hitting shots and playing defense. What you talking about?
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Halfway, I got you.
Will it go?
That's a good shot.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. And he converts the layup. Kuminga's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Curry. Doing the miss by Julius Randle. Curry, good.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Edwards' shot is good.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Knox. Green with the ball. Guarded by Reed. And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
We can't let that. That comes in.
Boy,
that nigga just run through the paint. Sorry, though, we got a back. Draymond, don't do the ball.
And Green gets it to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some
you know, Draymond.
And getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Edwards. And 2 seconds left. Here's McDaniel. And he's good. The buzzer.
A white at the...
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and
16.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Warriors leading by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
David, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, we don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team. Super tough. Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
That's the damn ball. That's not it.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Here's Curry into the lane. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
He gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Picked by Reed. He was all alone on that one. Edwards got 6 points.
Gobert drawing so much attention from the defense. Nice job finding somebody with a better look.
Greg, this is something last year. Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals round.
Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. deciding where to go with it. And a kind roll that time off the rim as it unfolds. He's got 6. Timberwolves on offense. Alexander Walker with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Reed. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Pass to Podziemski. On the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
They kick out to Hield. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Edwards. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Reed. Alexander Walker on the wing. That puts them in the lead. Reed's got the lead up to 1 now for Minnesota. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media. And how can you be that impactful in reality? You only play half the year.
Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
How about the amazing crossover there? Demonstrating exactly how dangerous he can be when he's got the rock in his hand.
Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 6 points for Rudy Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for Jimmy.
1:16 left to play here in the half. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent in forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
And so Butler nails both of them. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Now Randall. Back to Edwards. Outside for Randall. To the paint. Here's Reed. A second chance effort. Banked in off the glass. Reed's got 6 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. It's not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all out.
Mercy, mercy me. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Warriors leading by 3. And here is Butler. He has 5. Green, the screen. To the inside. Gobert with the defensive effort. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more into 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
We just 73% shooting. Now we at Butler.
as we get into this third quarter.
Whatever this shit, 65. Get out.
Able to create
Starters in
separation
there.
on the scoreboard yet.
Wardell.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it
You
up
playing
for
all
the
ball
Golden State
now?
Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
One of y'all can
In
cut.
the corner, Knox with it. There's the 3.
Or not, bro.
Hands it from downtown. Knox has got 5 now.
How can we forget about him? He's not going to miss.
Gee, I was a nephew, man. You don't want
A
phones?
timeout called from Chris Finch.
What?
He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Fires to the hoop. The shot's good from Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skill.
Randall from outside, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Randall's got 5.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle. And I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
But we'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Gobert.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle.
And, you know, night to night, you pretty much know what you're going to get from Gobert. Rim protection, rebounding, intensity, and he gets his points within the flow of the offense. That's a valuable guy there.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Down low, Curry with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Butler from outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. So it's the Timberwolves now.
Why is he that far back? He's not still with a heat check, bro.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Butler. And now the latest from our reporter, David Ullman.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Outside, Kuminga. That's to Curry. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And the Warriors miss again. Out to Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Yep, it counts. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by
Damn, early in that.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Edwards looking it over. Back to McDaniel. Out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Back to Butler. Shakes him. Oh, no, stop him.
Easy to see why Butler gets so much respect for his competitiveness. I mean, he thrives at finishing through contact.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Here's Kuminga. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go. He sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Back to Randall. Pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Butler finishing at the other end.
Tell you what, you cannot let Butler get loose in these fast break situations. He's too quick and too smart in the open floor.
McDaniels with the bounce pass. Up top, Randall. He's got 7.
Creative finishing ability of Randall draws a lot of fouls.
The Timberwolves on 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Here's Butler. Here's Podziemski. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break.
51.
3/10 quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Edwards. Another shot.
We got people watching.
And now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Get the board.
That's all waiting room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the move and the heart.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let up in sight.
In the corner, Knox with it. Golden State moving it around. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Smooth passing that time. Butler doing his best to keep everybody involved and in sync.
Here's Randall. Out to Edwards. Screen by McDaniel. Outside Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Clock at 4. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler on the way. Lets it go from deep. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
You know, Butler is simply a winner. He knows exactly how to get himself going offensively.
That one good for 2.
And you want him
That's
taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layups. Come on now.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys,
Thank God. You got to jump. You got to help him. You sitting there watching. There's too much watching going on.
By 5. Outside, Kuminga.
Get cool for a second.
Pass to Knox.
I did not mean to double tap that jump. I had him. I was going to shoot the ball.
Here's Curry. Gobert with the block.
Of course he got. Why are you playing down, Knox? You got one job, and that's to be back to make sure that don't happen. And you creep up for what? Oh my God, bro, that's so retarded. Ooh, right into it. Just blew the lead off of mistake, stupid shit. Like, come on, bro.
About putting some extra on it. That dunk.
Oh Lord, jeez. And then I want misses. Crazy. He's going to the rack. You don't fucking know it by now. No help on the board. Oh my God, y'all, come on, bro. We ain't gonna lose, bro. I don't give a fuck. But y'all gotta figure this out quick. Oh fuck, he back on the mismatch.
Here's Alexander Walker.
He might. We gotta score right here. Go. Push the fucking break. What is it doing?
Curry is inside. Shoots it. And it's Butler missing.
Now I choose to miss. Nigga shooting damn near 80%, 70% from the field, bro. Now I start missing. Hit the next shot. Gotta shoot. He just not. It's down yours. Shit's a move. Oh my God. Because now I want to start missing.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that flex.
You gotta hit it. That's all it is. Missing the shots. Let the lead go like that.
Taking any chances. It wants to huddle them up right away.
Can we get up the time? Let's see about last time. That's me. Better in a second.
Outside Curry. The kick outside to Butler. And it's Curry at the elbow.
Oh my God. There's no way. Why did he even think about going up?
Outside Curry.
I miss you.
Trying to shoot.
I still trust you, boy. I still trust you. I said I gotta get that ball to Jamie. I still trust you, Jamie. I've been missing with you last couple shots, but I trust you, dog. That's what I don't trust. Come on, cuz, man. Man, this one dribble. Ugh. Come on.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Outside Curry.
He's seeing 2-3. And he all balling in 2-3, bro. Oh my God, I hate niggas. Nigga went to 2-3 and started all balling for what, bro? Guard for this last little minute. Shit ass.
It's Edwards on the wing.
We let that go. I can't even. I let that go. That was a free win, bro. Oh my God. And I don't have the confidence I had last. I'm just missing the shots when I need to hit.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And it's Butler missing. And now they decide.
Yeah, I just told at the last minute. Nigga shoot 70% all game, and then I start missing every shot. It's crazy, bro.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops.
So it was a good ass game. I just can't. What fucked me up too, besides the mission, was getting you kept bullying Steph. Like it didn't matter where Steph pass went, bro. He was a free bucket on the back end. Like, bro, oh my God.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning. Not stopped.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one.
Oh my.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And so the Timberwolves take the...
Literally, bro. I was shooting 73% at halftime. Finished the game at 53. 20% drop off. It's crazy, bro. First half, very good basketball. Second half, just could not hit my shots, bro. Oh, that cannot be a loss, bro. That's a dumbass loss, bro. But I get the Suns this pick, I think. And if I do, I hate it for whatever the fuck I'm finna play. Because I'm not getting up 2-3 team. I'm not, whatever. I'm getting my dogs. Oh, yeah. Fresh off a loss, too. Sure. And I ain't used these boys all day. Sure. I'm finna try to exo eating food.
These stop Monday, Ionic 5 for $209 per month. After 13,500 use bonus. Only during the Hyundai Getaway sales event.
Jen loved her game hibiscus hula flames. Until Brad moved in and brought along a few new, exciting additions. And they discovered that when they mixed their scents, they were more than just soulmates. They were scentmates.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Now here's Gobert. Outside Conley. Over Booker. The shot by Conley. No good. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Conley. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Here's Booker. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with the Timberwolves head coach. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and coach said, quote, we don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous. I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Durant. To the paint. The fadeaway. Clock at 6. Outside for Booker. Beyond the arc. Rebound Minnesota. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. It's tipped. Here's Edwards. Into the lane. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, great power driving to the bucket. Edwards gets it to fall. A fearless finisher.
Good.
Did he need to use the fadeaway? No. Did I enjoy seeing it? Yes, I did.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And it's Booker again.
What the fuck? Don't miss another fucking shot with D-Book, bro. That's so fucking ass that you missing with your guard. Your best guard. Come on, bro. 2 for fucking 7.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Back to
back door, KD. KD, you ain't go around. Why don't you back door? We gotta get away from each other.
Beal, right side.
All right, together shit gotta stop. We gotta hit our shots too. Stop being selfish. I'm in here trying to force feed with fucking D-Book and I'm not hitting with him. Hey, when I do that shit. Like, stop force feeding with a nigga you're not hitting with. Let the fucking game come to you later. Fuck is you forcing it on one nigga? Shit dumb. Play smart basketball. You win every time, bro.
Approaching 3 minutes play. And so Conley will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2.
That's tough.
And you look at how Grant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to.
When I needed you to cut KD, you didn't do it last time. Don't cut now, bro. Why are we moving backwards? We still early with D-Book. Oh, for fucking 5 or some shit with Devin Booker.
Here's Minnesota now to the inside. Randall.
God damn.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall.
Now he all ball.
Floor shaking on that one.
Back to Booker.
Thank you, Jesus. Hold the fucking shot. Stop being dumb.
From Beal. Booker's got 5 now.
Keep on playing off on D-Book. It's fucking crazy. He's letting you shoot the ball with Devin Booker. Think about that shit. That's how slow you playing right now. That's good, ain't it? Shoot that fucking ball. Let's fucking go.
With the defensive effort. To the middle.
Let's fucking go.
Booker with the jam.
That's just too easy for
Get in front of him.
You can't give him an
Oh my
opening like
God.
that.
They just wanted him to do that so fucking bad.
Randall outside.
Or whatever, Jude.
Makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Man, Euro you like that, bro. Come
Starting
on.
to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Booker. 7 points in the game. Down low.
I'm thinking he's gonna dunk. I'm not even worried about time the damn later.
He's
But
as
that's cool.
surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
He shoots. Richards pulls it in.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
He's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
But I can hit
Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 9.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
That shit over now, brother. All that running away from them shit, that shit super dead, boy. You gonna get your ass spanked so quick. I don't know, man, that baseline. The King Rob gave him baseline. That nigga.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Play that.
Here's Booker.
This is so fucking funny, bro. Move, everybody move.
For 3, O'Neal.
Get the fucking shots. The game over. We up like 20-something, 12 right now. Instead of waiting to the fucking second half to run off, we can get this game over with. On to another fucking game. What you want to fucking miss? These open air shots.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just
I don't get it, bro.
We played through one
With the best team, how are you shooting better with every team besides the team that you played the most games with? What?
Well,
make it make sense, my boy.
Easy points and keep the
Get back though. Why not?
It is so
I guess.
hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Knocked loose. Jones with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending. Beal shot is
slightly late is a miss in a dunk. Lay this nigga out, bro. He get on my nerves. He's somebody else, bro. I'd rather play somebody with here. I think it's lagging.
With all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Cut, X. What X? Cut.
Excelling. It's almost like youth is no longer an excuse.
I cannot make this shit up. If he would have cut off with, he would have had nobody in the paint with him. But he then cut. I don't understand this shit. This shit. Whatever.
The Suns lead by 6. Beal gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Nice touch inside by Beal, showing he's more than just a perimeter threat.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes. Hey, everybody, that's execution off an inbounds play.
That'll be a 5-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Jones from outside. Reed with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Like, where are you going?
Last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. What's been here is
Going to set a pick in the paint wide open. Why?
Let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it.
Now I gotta wait the whole time out for this nigga not here.
Everybody here is on the same page. We're in win now.
Oh, Lord.
We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
I really thought this year was going to be different. Willoughby, Wallaby, Lee.
Sorry, I overslept.
That's okay. Me and Jim were just having some breakfast together. Pureed pears. Stop.
I'm sure I will get to see it in a couple of hours. I can't believe I slept through your alarm.
I figured that was a sign. I should let you sleep in. When'd you next appointment with Dr. Wilson?
This afternoon, Benji and I are going to have lunch with Josh. All of which you already knew.
I also know I've been really tired lately ever since they switched you to the box pick. Thought it might be a side effect, maybe.
Please don't. I know that you really want to fix this, but it's not your job. You don't need to spend your time worrying about me.
Making sure you and Gia are happy and healthy is my most important job, so you can tell me not to worry about it. I'm not sure I know how to do that.
Oh, he got fucking LaMelo. Gotta deal with that all guard shit.
The Hornets coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
I've never played a game with the Wizards.
This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side,
some
Greg
told me
Anthony
this
and
too.
Brent Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Back to Williams. Outside,
Oh, boy.
Green. And then Williams shot.
Meet everybody. Parents, Theo's here. Whole family's going to be there.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to George. Here's Middleton. Covered by Green. 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. Shots good by Middleton. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Evidently, I'm dialing 911.
Oh.
Emergency. This is 911 emergency services.
I had to go get the groceries that they dropped out from goddamn what's called. Come back with a W. I'm not tripping on that.
Cell phone providers. Unfortunately, our system has no way of leading out the automated calls. So, if you don't have an actual emergency, clear the lines so that people who need us can get through. 911, DJ, are you ready? You called me, or at least your phone did. Are you in need of any help? Proceed to the route.
It's the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now here's Murray. Clock at 6. Driving inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is Murray at his best, probing inside and finding avenues to the basket using that athleticism.
2 points. That one goes. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg. Strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the bank, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now Booker following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing sides. Look out.
Pass to Brown. Here's Murray. And Ball pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And finished off by KD.
That's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
So it's Denver now. The Suns getting the bucket. On the wing, Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage work.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Here's Booker following the basket by Jokic. Got that one up quick. KD's got 5 now.
Boy, Kevin Durant, quick release and from distance.
And Jokic gets it to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats of luck.
Here's Beal following the basket by Jokic. Pass to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Outside for Beal. Now here's Booker. He takes it in. Misses from short range. And now I'll send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Changing it up here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Murray, good.
Jamal Murray.
And inside, Murray's attacking mentality pays off. He just works hard to find his own shot.
Now here's Booker. He's got 6. Driving to the basket. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
How about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
And yes, it's good. Murray's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
I love that Devin Booker isn't afraid to mix things up on the offensive end, trying to score inside and does just that.
Kicks it out to Gordon. A 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
With 3, Booker. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter.
22. The Nuggets, 18.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Denver. 4-point game. So, Doyce, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Finished by KD.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin Durant is a handful if he's got position.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. AD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. The coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Here's Porter. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Craig, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
And Porter here Davis on the lane. Porter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now, here's Bull. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Booker taking the hit.
It looked like he caught the clock out of the corner of his eye, and Booker calmly beats it.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And there's one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
And you look at this year's Denver team, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
Booker welcomes this offensive responsibility. Very capable of carrying the load.
And it's Jokic missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Bull nails both of them.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Booker taking the hit.
Terrific secondary playmaker. Beal with a nice find.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Jokic. Murray outside. Takes the three. And Bull pulls it down. Phoenix leading by 6. Beal can't get it to go. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Here's Booker. Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Up in time. Beats the buzzer. Wow.
That's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pass to Richards. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
What a good pass. I mean, Booker's so unselfish. So he's not just a finisher.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Now here's Booker. Leads away. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets trail by 6. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
17 foul.
Here's Murray. 8 points for him. For the three. Knocks down the three ball. Murray's got 11.
At the arc, Murray is all business, knocking down a confident shot.
Here's Beal. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
They don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Now here's Murray. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Kicks it out to Gordon. For the tie, another three for Denver.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Here's Beal. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Booker, right side. Oh, Booker going downhill.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Here's Murray. And the layup is good. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Pass to Booker. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Lightning quick release on that jumper. No one could get to Booker in time.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. Appreciate that report. Here's Murray. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And stolen by Booker. Pass to Richards. The tray. Second shot opportunity. Outside Kevin Durant. And here's Booker. Just 4 to shoot. He gets that one. And it's a 4-point Suns lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Pass to Gordon to the left wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Suns now. Here's Booker. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg, yeah. Show it off the bunny. So both teams making some changes here. Allen outside. Pass to Jones. Good work there as it goes. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And Watson slams it in.
Well, Russ making the great read. Outstanding work, understanding the floor, and finding his open teammate.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Outside, Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
At the line for
wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. Hasn't made one yet. Count it in the foul. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
The motor of Russell Westbrook is absolutely amazing. This guy stays with a shot even through the tough contact.
Now Allen. Over Jordan. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand?
The Nuggets, 55.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Murray. Back to Westbrook. Murray looking around. And they double up Murray. Brown. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead bucket. Beal up top. Now Booker. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Timeout called. Nuggets. Sideline reporter David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh!
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find him.
A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance and he knows it's winning time.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And it's the Suns with the ball. And here's Booker from the arc. And Jokic with the rebound. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Booker in the post. Pass to Beal. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. And there's the drive. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Well, the mid-range, always a solid option for Bradley Beal, and sometimes that's what the defense concedes.
Oh, Jokic powering inside.
Assisted by.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Booker, and it's good for 2. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we talk often about Bull's scoring ability, but they're nice dime from the big fella.
Timeout called. Nuggets.
Fans, please.
Denver in the lead. Here's Tyson. Here's Jokic. Bruising basketball from Jokic.
Assist from
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment. No matter how big, no matter how small.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Beal. Pass to Richards. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. No good off the front line. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. The lead is 2. On the wing, Gordon. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Outside Gordon. Can't cash in from close range. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Beal with it. Booker in the corner. Back to Bowl. The Suns need to get a shot off. Elbow shot is on the way. Denver grabs the miss. Inside. Jokic.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Durant. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Kevin Durant, absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Stolen by Durant. Here's Beal.
That's a big-time delivery from Bradley Beal.
Jokic inside. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's rebounded by Booker.
How to get there, but you better not have to cost your team.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Timeout call, Nuggets. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
They could win it. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And here is Murray. Pass to Brown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Nuggets. Here's Booker. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, such a versatile scorer. Devin Booker, the 3 levels. You want to give him the midi, he'll take it.
Here's Murray. That's it. Coming off the assist from Jokic. 19 points for Jamal Murray.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late in this game. May come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Here's Beal. Back to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. It's held in by Jokic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Jokic. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jokic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. To the middle. Nifty move. And Jokic throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Brown. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And that one is hammered home.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Brown. Murray outside. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, the offensive game of Aaron Gordon continues to improve, and when he's feeling it, he stays aggressive.
It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
So they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backboard.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's Booker from the arc. Good! And now they trail by just 4. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Jamal Murray.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 6. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
It's good.
And at 7'2", Cole has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout call for Suns. 17 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
When they go to the intentional foul, he doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Denver ball.
And here are the Nuggets now. Fades and shoots. Kevin Durant with the rebound. So the Nuggets win it, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll do it, folks.